Tanos had fully unleashed the gauntlet's power, transforming into a giant monster that was definitely not green for trademark reasons. High energy light shot from his eyes, melting everything in its path.
Ah, the goddess of light has blessed me. The cleansing light of my eyes will burn all evil from the face of the earth.
How many times I killed the goddess? She can't bless anyone anymore.
And even under the earth you are not safe, you despicable creatures.
Tanos' laser eyes carved a hole in the ground that stretched down into the depths of the dungeon. If these lasers were to hit the dungeon heart, it would be the end of the absolute evil. Meanwhile, in the underground, Talia had other things she considered important.
Yeah, I know. You're gonna make some hackneyed crack about women and mirrors now, you miserable chauvinist. The fact is, that thing gives me a brilliant...
The laser eyes were leaving a trail of devastation through the dungeon. But in the middle of their path, by pure chance, of course, stood Talia's mirror.
Ah! What devilry! Talia, you vile thing! You are truly the most evil spawn that ever existed! Just wait until my eyes have recovered. Then my cleansing gaze will burn you to ashes!
That Tanos is such a miserable jerk. He doesn't even notice when he puts himself out of action. I mean, that was my ingenious plan all along, of course. Unfortunately, my mirror also broke in the process. Where am I going to get a new one now?
Talia and the Absolute Evil had nothing to counter Tanos' gigantic laser eyes at the moment. Both agreed that a strategic withdrawal from these lands was the wisest choice for the time being.
So, well, if that's what the narrator says, then that's probably what happened, right? But fine. For now, it probably really makes sense to get the hell out of Dodge. Forward, creatures! Line up in rows of 2. Hold the creature next to you by the hand, and then run away in panic!
黄金のガントレットを飲み込み、怪物化したタノス。今回は、あの目からのビームを避けながら目的地まで逃げ切ることが目的です。
鏡を使えば、あの熱視線を跳ね返すことができるようです。
創作ものではお決まりのパターンですが、あれってどういう原理なんでしょうね。
目からビームを放つというより、目に捉えたものを破壊するのでは。
stock of leftover mirrors, but since they all wore robes, where you could barely make out their faces, they didn't have any use for them. However, the Council of Little Snots was planning a huge feast called Thanks Gobbler. In exchange for some of those delicious birds, the council was more than willing to provide one of its mirrors.
Can't they just send us the mirror anyway? Oh, but fine. Forwards! Move it! Feed the gobblers, raise them, give them food, spiked with hormones and medicine. Wait, why am I even laughing?
君たちの料理会が求めるものを渡せば鏡が一つ手に入るようです。
本当に、あいつら何者なんでしょうね。とりあえず、七面鳥を集めましょうか。
The Council of Little Snots was more than pleased with the many delicious gobblers the farm-owning evil had sent them. Grateful for its delivery, the Council of Little Snots sent the reflectionless evil a shiny new mirror.
Splendid! This will help us stop Tanos. At least once.
Ah, my vision has cleared again. Time for some purifying fire. Look me in the eyes!
Tanos' eyes had calmed down again, and once more lasers shot out, burning through the underground.
早速、タノスのレーザーの行き先に鏡を置いてみます。今回、実績解除の条件としてレーザーでタイルを破壊されない、というものがあるので、かなり安全マージンを取っておきます。
Once known as the Bridge of Death, before countless swallows of unknown origin landed on it. Perhaps the nearby hero camp held an alternative way to cross the gorge.
Ah, my eyes! Talia, you vile creature! You dare to oppose the light! Good will always win!
Although the mirror had once again stopped Tanos, it again broke under the strain.
Oops. Now that's a little suboptimal. Does this mean I have to rely on that Council of Little Snots advice again?
The Council of Little Snots wanted some blight for their soon-to-be-held Halloween party to give it that authentic, putrid smell. In return, they would be only too happy to send the absolute evil one of their mirrors. Musty smells wafted up the Council of Little Snots' noses as they took delivery of the fresh, or not-so-fresh, blight from the musty evil. Another mirror from the Council of Little Snots was delivered to the glamorous evil's dungeon.
続いて評議会が求めてきたのは呪力。たまたま必要量揃っていたので、すぐにクリアできました。
こんな感じでタノスのレーザーを鏡で防いでおけば、楽に実績解除できそうですね。
ただ、実績解除の条件として、もう一つ厄介なものがありまして、鏡を3回までしか使わないというものです。
つまり、4回目のレーザー攻撃が来るまでにこのキャンペーンをクリアしないといけないということですか。
なので、かなりイケイケどんどんで地上を進行しています。
The happily sending its creatures through weird portals, evil had successfully used a teleportation portal, and thus managed to lead its creatures across the gorge.
これで一つ目のポータルを突破。
ゴールは3つ目のエリアにあるので、2分の1ほどですね。
My eyes!
The Council of Little Snots felt not only mystical, but also magical. However, insomuch as the council members were as magical as moldy bread, they wished for some mana in exchange for a mirror. The resource-gathering evil sent a partial shipment on its way to the Council of Little Snots.
さて、2回目のレーザーを回避したところで、進捗は2つ目のポータルの目の前です。
続いて評議会はマナを求めてきました。
今の生産量でも十分間に合いそうですが、念のため増産しておきます。
Your little snots have completely. The Council of Little Snots looked happy and magical as balls of mana were tossed around like volleyballs. Another mirror from the Council of Little Snots was delivered to the dungeon.
3つ目の鏡を入手しましたが、目的地に到着したのでフィニッシュです。
Phew, that was really something. We urgently need a way to stop Tanos again. I still have that sharp-pointed spear, just pining for Tanos's head.
To be able to stop Tanos again, it would probably be necessary to reassemble the Gauntlet of Finitude. However, the stones that filled the gauntlet were scattered in all directions. It would take some time to round them all up.
Of course. Nothing in this stupid dungeon series is ever easy. Any sensible person would think to themselves, boom, let's just beat the crap out of him and that's it. But no, I have to go through the countryside and collect some stupid stones. Okay, fine. Let's get this over with so I can get back to the point where I put Tanos's head on a spear.
タノスを倒すために、5つの魔石を探すようです。
こういうシナリオは RPG の醍醐味ですらありますね。ご視聴ありがとうございました。